Oh my god, I can't believe that, how crazy a difference that is. Really thankful I did this evaluation. It was a game changer. On our adventure.
Ah, yeah. Freezing cold here.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I was sick this morning, but I'm doing better. And this morning I have a bracing evaluation, which is done at Hanger Clinic. They have locations all throughout the United States, and that's what they specialize in, evaluating people and helping them find the best braces for their body. And I'm just bringing in the script from my doctor for them to evaluate me and help me find some braces. We're hoping the braces will help me with my joint pain and instability from my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. With EDS, some people say braces are good, some say they're bad. I think it really depends on the person, because I've known people who have been greatly helped by braces. Some people said they've done nothing, some said they've made them worse. For me, this isn't something that I'd wear all the time, more so when my joints are giving me more issues than usual, or I've just dislocated or subluxed a joint to help give it that extra stability to recover from that. And then after the bracing evaluation, I'm going to my local hospital's outpatient center because I'm getting some imaging done today. My rheumatologist has ordered a cervical MRI with and without contrast because we recently found some pretty extensive nerve damage due to my hypermobile neck pinching down on the nerves. So he just wants to get a look and see how things are, make sure there's nothing drastically wrong there. And then my pain management doctor ordered x-rays of my knees to check for patellar femoral syndrome, which is basically where your kneecap just doesn't stay in place correctly. It's common with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And that is what we're doing today. I'm hoping to get everything done before the rest of my family gets in this afternoon or this evening, whenever they arrive. We were leaving and this windshield wiper just flew off the car.
It's got about 300,000.
Mom.
So I'll send you all the details once I get it.
That doesn't look right.
I told him in the beginning, running around. A lot more work for that. That's a risk factor, Jack. mother,
That doesn't look right.
Mother mechanic.
Doesn't rain today. Mom, your face was priceless. That was so funny. Well, I needed that laugh. Thanks, Mom, because this morning was pretty difficult with my gastroparesis. But doing better now, and we're on the way to get the bracing evaluation. Since my dad's in town, we kind of just make it a family event. We're all together. Harlow's being adorable.
All together as we're all in the same place at the same time. All together in the sense of being, are you together, more or less?
What?
All together means you got your brain sorted out.
Oh, okay. I didn't. That's a good one.
And this one you put on like any other shoe, but you can't, you know.
Oh yeah, the other one was a little easier.
Yeah, we did make it a little easier for you, didn't it? Yeah, oh, just a minute. Need a shoehorn? Oh, there you go.
Good.
Okay, good. All right. And all this does is just puts it around your calf. And that'll just dangle.
Okay.
Let's see how.
So he put something called AFOs on me. And this is like a game changer. This is mind blowing. Oh my god, I can't believe that, how crazy a difference that is. Like, it just does it for, I don't have to like sit here and think about it.
That's what he just said.
That's crazy.
Which one you like the best? This one or the other one?
I think the other one was a little more comfortable.
Yep.
Okay.
But
that helps.
imagine if I had one on both feet.
Yeah, you would know what to do.
So the bracing evaluation went really well, right, Mom?
Perfect. Very good. Yeah. I'm very happy.
Me too. I got so much more out of that than I thought we would, so it's great. And we have some time before my imaging appointment, and not feeling all that great. Pretty sure my dad could use a nap, so we're gonna go back to my place to relax a bit. I am so so glad we have time to come home before my imaging. When I get really sick like I did this morning, it takes a lot of energy from me, so breaks are a good thing. Anyways, the bracing evaluation went really well. We looked at various braces to help my most problematic joints because EDS does affect every joint, but currently we're looking at knee braces, hip braces, wrist braces, and a neck brace. These are all things that my doctors specifically recommended, but like I said, I'm not going to be wearing them all the time. For example, my rheumatologist suggests that I use the neck brace when my neck pain is really hurting, when I'm feeling the nerve damage more, and when I'm taking long trips in the car, because that tends to make my neck pain worse. For like the wrist braces, I'll wear them when I'm going to be doing an activity that causes me to hyperextend my wrists a lot and causes excess pain. So like while I'm cooking and chopping and things like that, I'll wear the wrist braces. And after my hips subluxe, I'll wear the hip braces to stabilize them so they can recover from that. And I'm just going to use them the way my doctors have told me to. And hopefully it'll help with my instability in my joints and also my pain. But the most amazing thing that came out of this appointment were the AFOs. I did not go there for AFOs, but the person who was evaluating me, he saw how I was walking in the exam room and everything, and he did some tests on my feet and the strength in my muscles and stuff. And he said, I'm gonna put something on you and I just wanna see how you feel with it. And he put the AFO on, and then he said just to take a few steps, and I was just instantly, I felt a huge difference. I did not have to think about where my feet are and like really picking my feet up. And he said, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't gotten these before. It takes away having to concentrate so hard on where your feet are. And what happens is when you take a step, your foot's supposed to be up like this, but mine doesn't do that. It's called like drop foot, I guess. And that's why I fall so much. That's why I fell yesterday. And he said it's a big safety thing, that the AFOs are really going to help and we can have custom ones made for me. And I could not believe how much easier it was to walk. And he said as I use the AFOs and get more confident with them, I'll be walking at like normal strides and not as cautiously, and it's just amazing. So now we just need a script specifically for the custom AFOs and for some of the braces, because like the script says hip braces, but I need a specific type of hip brace, and the justification from my doctors why I need the brace for insurance purposes. And then they'll do casting on my legs so they can make the custom AFOs, and hopefully in the beginning of 2018 I'll have these braces and my custom AFOs. I'm like really thankful I did this evaluation. It was a game changer. Hi Lou, do you miss my dad? We rested a bit and we're on the way to imaging. My dad stayed at my place, but my mom is here.
This is gonna come over your head. It's gonna be a little weird, but
Okay.
you bend both knees like straight up to the ceiling.
Like this?
Yeah, you got it. Good. Go there.
Alright, imaging check. Got the cervical MRI with contrast, and thankfully they were able to use my port for the IV contrast, and then I got the x-rays of my knees, and the MRI was difficult for me and it took longer because I kept moving because the loud noises were bothering me and gave me a headache, and I was just really uncomfortable, and it was painful laying on the bed thing that you go in the MRI for. So it took a while, but the technician was really patient with me, and then the x-rays were pretty quick. I'm just glad to be going home because I'm like not feeling very well. I need to go home and rest. Well, I totally knocked out when I got home. Slept for 3 solid hours, and when I woke up I felt like Judy Hopps from Zootopia. I was just like, it's night. Gosh, it was just one of those days where I was really dragging and just not feeling my best. Unfortunately, I will not be seeing my family tonight because they're getting in super late. So they're driving to Tampa Bay, Florida from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's already a really long drive, and with the holiday traffic, it's taken them longer than expected. So they're exhausted and want to go straight to sleep when they get here. Understandable. So instead of stopping here on the way, they're just going straight to the house on the beach that my aunt rented for the week. and then they'll sleep and feel rested, and I'm excited to see them tomorrow. I've got my uncle, my 2 aunts, and I put up 3, I meant 2, of my cousins. So this is what the rest of my night looks like, just resting, relaxing, more sleeping. What's funny is when I woke up from my nap, I wasn't on the pillows, I was just laying flat on the bed, and I felt this puff of air in my face, and that's what woke me up. It was Harlow's nose, like literally right in front of me. She was waiting for me to wake up. And I stopped watching Glee. I have season 5 and 6 left, but I want to save those so I can watch them while I'm recovering from my surgery in January. So I've started watching Rain, and I don't know if I like it or like understand it yet, but I'm giving it a chance. I'm on the 2nd episode of season 1. And I just wanted to give y'all one last quick reminder. The Keep Moving Forward shirts, our first ever Chronically Jaquie merchandise, will... Can I help you? She's like getting closer and wanting... You want to snuggle? Anyways, our first ever Chronically Jaquie merchandise will not be sold in 2018. If you are interested, there are links to where you can get them in the description, but don't worry because we're working on other merchandise that will be out sometime in the beginning of 2018 is what we're hoping for. And I'm probably going to keep this similar design, so don't worry about it. And with that, am I a demanding puppy who wants snuggles? I will say goodnight, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.